When you're driving and you see emergency vehicles with their lights and sirens on, time is of the essence. And now, these courageous first responders need your help, so listen up.
We see a lot of situations where people with the ambulance, and maybe to a lesser degree fire personnel, will tell you the same thing, that people just really don't seem to know what to do when they see us coming up behind them, and either stay driving in the lane that they're in, or they'll slow down but not move over, or really just kind of continue about their business. You really never know what you're going to get.
Jasper and Pat Vi-tale know all too well about the issues that EMS face when trying to get patients care in emergencies. You see, Pat was found unconscious by Jasper, and that's when Kelley from the St. Charles County Ambulance District came to Pat's rescue. Once Pat was lifted into the ambulance, they were on their way to St. John's Mercy when they ran into a difficult situation that first responders often experience.
And we started going down the highway, and it's so frustrating and so hard to understand that she would come right up to people's bumper and still refuse to move over. And the driver was really frustrated because she would honk her big horn. She even take her hand and make a motion, get out of the way before they finally would give way to let her go by. So they just refused to move. And for the husband, whose wife was close to dead, for me it was really stressful and really hard to handle.
If there's an emergency vehicle coming, you need to pull over to the right and pay attention in the mirror, because there's not always just an ambulance. There's a fire truck, there's police, there's supervisors, there's usually more than one vehicle coming, and I think a lot of people don't realize that as well. So when you do hear or see an emergency vehicle, you need to pull over to the right immediately and let us have the right of way, and make sure that there's not somebody behind us coming. And that's the problem some people do. They'll pull right back over into the left-hand lane, and they can get hit by a police car, fire truck, another ambulance, something. Just need to be a little more aware of who's coming after us.
Next time you're driving down one of the many busy roads here in O'Fallon and the surrounding areas, be sure to pay attention and keep the noise level low in your car. If you hear an emergency vehicle approaching, make sure to slowly pull over to the side of the road. And finally, before re-entering the road, look in all directions, turn on your signal, and gradually merge back into traffic.
Time is muscle. When you're talking an accident or an injury, such as a stroke, the longer it takes us to get to the hospital, the more damage somebody is getting to their brain, to their heart, to their organs. It is important for us to get there as soon as possible so they can get further intervention that we're not able to administer to them. So the longer it takes us, that's the more delay in care they're getting, and the more damage that can be done to them overall.
Right.
Hopefully, Jasper and Pat's story and the tips we gave you today will help you remember that pulling over for emergency vehicles can save the lives of those in the community who protect us and the residents they serve.
Thank you for coming by. We appreciate it.
And
it's always nice to hear that, and I'm so glad you're doing well.
Thank you.
You look fantastic.
Thank you.